Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, the meeting will please come to order.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please acknowledge once your name is called. Sir, we do have a quorum for today, sir, for the information of everybody. Our presiding officer, General John Estabilio. Attorney Roberto Martin Benaventura.
Present po.
Good afternoon, sir. General Ernesto Milo. Engineer Arnel Borlado.
Present.
Good afternoon, sir. Engineer Gary MJD. Sir, Engineer Josue Sugi is on leave, sir. For our end user, we have from the Supply Division, from the Procurement Division, from the Licensing Department. We also have from the ADMS, Engineer Hubert Damatak, and from the OFSAM, sir. For the BAC Technical Working Group, Attorney Maridane Espiritu is on leave, Engineer Michael Macabenta,
Present.
Engineer Florian Atienza,
Present ma'am.
Engineer Noric Baez.
Present, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Mr. Jose Marie Anthony Elhilio,
Present afternoon.
Mr. Alfred Destura,
On leave.
Miss Jamaica Gregorio is on leave also, Dr. Benjamin Terencio, and
Present.
good afternoon. And Miss Cheryl Walikan is on leave. For the back secretariat, sir, we have our overall head, Dr. Rolly Bayaban, Irish Presion, Attorney Bo Masiglat, Miss Melina Reyes, and we also have our observer. We also have present, sir, our other members of the back secretariat, and our minute taker for today's meeting is Miss Gina Adove, and our observers from the COA, from the IAS, DOTR, PCCI, ASFI, and the Procurement Division. That's all for the roll call, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Secretariat. Since we have a quorum, we have here 5 out of 7 members. Is that correct?
We have four, sir. We have user Attorney Rob Benaventura, Engineer Arnel Borlado, and our end user, sir.
How about General Milo? I guess he was there. General Milo. Nandiyan sila sa kuwan eh.
Sir, he is also online, sir.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so with that, since we have a quorum, what do you have for this afternoon? Any agenda, Secretariat?
Sir, for the agenda this afternoon, sir, is the submission and opening of bids for our projects for direct contracting, sir. We have first, purchase of Kyocera Toner TKU 7219 for Task Alpha 3511I, amounting to 147,000. This is for direct contracting, sir. Sir, we have no submission for this, sir. Also, the supplier did not respond to our request for quotation, sir.
So, among the, how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Among the 7 supposedly that we have to taken up this afternoon, how many are not did not submitted their bid docs here?
Sir, only our suppliers for agendas 2.5, 2.6, and 2.7 submitted their quotation, sir.
So, any intention, what do we do with the 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and 2.4? Technical Working Group, any recommendation on those 4 items?
If I may, sir, with regards to the ADMS project items for direct contracting, the bidders have not submitted their bids on time, but they have expressed their intention to submit their quotations, sir. They are just pressed for time, nagre-request po sila ng extension for the deadline.
Based from the current regulation and policies, do heads, are we allowed to provide them an extension for how many days or how many weeks?
Since sir, this is direct contracting, the TWG sir recommends for the extension up to January 6, January 6 po sir, for them to be able to submit their quotation, since they are the only one who can offer this these items po.
January 6 or January 4? January 6 or January 4?
Sir, January 4, we have a meeting for BAC Charlie, sir. So our earliest possible,
January
sir.
5?
Sir, for January 4, sir, we have our BAC security meeting, sir. For January 5, sir, we have our BAC Charlie, sir. Our earliest, sir, maybe is on January 6, sir.
We can resume and discuss them by January 6. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. So, any recommendation or proposal, technical working group?
Sir, the TWG recommends po the extension of the deadline for the submission of the quotation for items 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and 2.4 up to January 6, sir.
Any comment from the members of the committee on the extension of these four line items, the 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, to be extended their submission until January 6?
Through the chair.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes, it's a matter of procedure lang po, no? I think we're going about this too fast. Dito sa agenda items na to, they all submitted requests for extension, or are we just implying they're asking for extension? Did they communicate it by email, verbally, phone call? Did we receive anything?
Mr. Chair, for GACN, for item 2.4, the end user was informed that they will not be able to submit this at 2 p.m. but they can submit tomorrow or later this day po.
Mr. Chair, if I may. Sir, on item 2.6, sir, the purchase of various laboratory supplies and blood chemistry, sir, they were the one who requested for an extension. They sent an email. However, sir, they were able to submit their bid proposal, sir, this noon before this meeting started, sir.
Mr. Chair, just to put this in order, no, medyo magulo, can we just go through the items one by one and make a decision per item instead of bulking them all together? They're all different projects and they're all different bidding items, so that we have a proper resolution for each, Mr. Chair.
Okay, that's better. So we will take up the 2.1 on the purchase of Fusera toner TK 7219 for Tascalfa 3511I in the amount of 147,000. Any comment or motion on item number 1, the 2.1?
Mr. Chair, for item number 1, ano pong situation ito from the Secretariat, the CWG?
We have no submission for this, sir. Also, the supplier did not respond to our request for quotation, sir, our email.
But we sent an email.
Yes, sir.
So, ano ang recommendation dito? There's no request for extension, right? There's just no response. Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
How is that supposed to be handled?
There was also no feedback from the end user, sir, as to their coordination with their suppliers, sir.
Do we have the end user here?
Um,
Shouldn't they be explaining this? Bakit walang feedback and anong gusto nilang gawin dito, silang end user?
Sir, our end user from the supply division is not in the meeting, sir.
So, anong recommendation ng TWG on this?
For uniformity, sir, all items that that the bidder was not were not able to submit their quotation, uh, to be the deadline of submission to be extended up to January 6 po, 2022.
Can we ask the end user to be present for this? Kasi direct contracting to, wala end user. Mr. Chair, can we defer this item until we can hear from the end user? Kasi sir, ayoko maging practice na defer tayo ng defer just because walang quotation, tas wala naman ding request, wala ring proper request for postponement, baka lang po ma-call out tayo dahil nagde-decision tayo ng ganito. Can we contact the head of supply? Alam ko nandyan lang siya.
Will comply, sir.
Let's go to 2.2 na lang po muna, Mr. Chair, if that's okay.
Yeah, that will be fine. Secretariat can make sure yung mga mga end user is always available when we have set a meeting for their procurement.
Yes, sir. We will comply, sir.
While waiting for the supply to get inside, siguro, can we proceed on the next item? Then we just go back to the 2.1 when the supply division arrives.
Sir, for our agenda 2.2, sir, supply and delivery of 82 pieces Kyocera toner for the photocopying machines at CAAP Central Office, amounting to 1,059,200 pesos. This is also, sir, for the recontracting, sir. We also have no submission for this, sir.
The same procedure. How about can we hear from the Procurement Division? Why there's no submission here? From the
May we
proponent?
have our end user from the Procurement Division?
Wala bang walang kwan dito from the Procurement Division?
Sir, before we started our meeting, sir, we have our representative from the Procurement Division. Sir, we will just coordinate with the Procurement Division, sir, for them to be present, sir.
Wala rin sila? Okay, we will defer also this number 2 items pending yung arrival ng from the Procurement Division. In the interest of time, can we proceed to the number 3 item, the 2.3?
So our next item, sir, is the purchase of photocopying machine toners, uh, amounting to 588,904 pesos. This is an ADMS project, sir. Our end user is Engineer Hubert Damata.
Mr. Chair, I'll speak in behalf of ADMS po. With regards to this item, um, same the same supplier is
By the way, Mike, is it proper to hold, being the technical working group, you're the end user also? In all legalities, is it okay? Any comment from other members na that our technical working group is also the end user here?
Normally po, Mr. Chair, it's a separate person, but in other instances, kung wala talaga, okay lang naman po.
Okay, sige. If that's okay, then let's proceed. Sige, Mike, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With regards to this item po, items 2.1 and 2.2 and 2.3 have the same suppliers. So the supplier did not respond to our emails for request for quotation. The recommendation, but still the recommendation is the same, sir, for the extension of deadline of submission.
With that, they don't have any response. You don't have any some effort to go to their direct to their office to check instead of just calling them.
Sir, there were no efforts to contact the field copy for the quotation, for the submission of the quotation.
Ganito na lang siguro, no? Be reminded, this is the BAC committee or the Bids and Award committee. We're just here to to process or to conduct this one for with part of the procedures ng natin, ng procurement process natin. However, the end user have the sole responsibility, especially on this kind of procurement process, the direct contracting. Kayo kasi ang may contact dito, kayo ang nakakaalam ng mga kwan. So might as well do some effort. Instead of just calling them, siguro nandyan lang naman yan sila within the Philippine area of territory lang rin sila na pwedeng puntahan nyo anytime. So it's another extension. Check nyo rin, baka nagsara na itong kumpanya na to. Then ano yung mga ninyo, mga susunod na natin dito, hakbang natin. Wala ba tayong ibang pwedeng makuhaan nitong ito?
For Mr. Chair, for Kyocera photocopying machines, the sole distributor in the Philippines is field copy po.
Kaya nga, try to exert all the efforts. So, any recommendation on this one end user?
The end user recommends for the extension of the deadline of submission of their quotation po.
Until when?
until January 6, 2022 po, sir.
Any comment from the members or motion to approve for the extension until January 6 of 2022 on this purchase of photocopying machine toners?
Through the chair,
Yeah, go ahead please.
I'll make the motion. However, before proceeding, actually that was my point po no on asking because it appears na pag walang petition parang wala tayong choice and hindi naman nag-e-effort to actually get the quotation. So tama naman po, Mr. Chair, what you said. Also, I just want to clarify, PWG and Secretariat, did we follow the procedure when it comes to posting requirement for direct contracting for goods and services?
Yes,
Under
sir.
pinosa sa PhilJeps to?
Yes, sir. We were able to post this in the PhilJeps website, sir.
So this was posted to PhilJeps 7 days prior to the request for quotation, which was sent via email.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then we did not receive any response.
Yes, sir. This is also posted, sir, in the CAAP website, sir.
Okay. Yun na po, Mr. Chair. Just want to make sure we're properly following the procedure. So it appearing, Mr. Chair, that there's no submission and that given more time to submit, they will eventually give their quotation. I move, Mr. Chair, to adopt the recommendation to defer this item to the next meeting on the 6th of January 2022, Mr. Chair.
Any second motion please?
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, this is for two items, right? For Kyocera, tama? And 2.4? 2.3?
2.3, I guess.
2.1 and 2.3? Secretariat?
2.3 and 2.4, sir, for the ADMS, sir.
2.3 and 2.4. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Okay, it has been moved and seconded for the extension of the purchase of the photocopying machine toners amounting to 588,904 and the purchase of the Epson T727, the plotter ink, made black 350 ml in the amount of 340,200 is being moved to adjusted on an extension until January 6 is hereby approved. Okay, let's go back to 2.1, 2.2. Nandiyan na ba si procurement and supply?
Sir, they're not yet in the meeting room, sir.
Sir, I'm here, sir. Supply.
Sir, we have our end user from the supply division, sir.
Okay, kung nandiyan na si supply, sige. Then we can go back to the to 2.1, the purchase of the Kyocera toner. So, Secretariat, please go ahead.
Sir, for this one, sir, we did not receive any response from our posting from the PhilJobs website as well as our email, sir, and we did not get any submission for this, sir. Supply, any word from the as end user, any word from you why did not despite na nagpadala tayo all the natin dito, the request for a quotation dito sa natin dito sa kumpanya na ito, since it is under direct contracting, so it appears na walang feedback or response. Then how was it? Any effort to go to them personally? Something like that?
Tumawag ba tayo?
Pwede mo ba? Pwede mo ba?
Siguro, sir, Mr. Chairman, I think we will have to contact the supplier, Kyocera Copier, and ask why, bakit hindi sila nakapag-send ng quotation nila. Tatawagan na lang namin yung
Ganito kasi yan na supply, no? By the way, ano ng pangalan mo?
Jojo, sir, Jojo Novis.
Ano ka? Anong pangalan?
Jojo Novice, sir.
Norik,
Novice.
Novik.
Novice.
Si Nobis.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So ganito, no? Ang ano kasi natin, ang itong mga ano natin, mga requirements natin ito, makita mo. This is a toner, dito sa day-to-day na requirements natin. If we let plan for it, hindi tayo sigurado, titigil ang operations natin because of this kind of equipment. So we have a timeline that we are adhering to it, na sinusundan natin. Ngayon, kung hindi natin susundan yan, it will hamper our operational requirements natin or operational tempo na sinasabi. And you're the supply division there, na ito ang core competency mo, ito ang pinakatrabaho mo, bread and butter mo, tapos hindi nyo pa na-perform. So, lalabas dito na, Juan. Talagang, hindi natin nagagawa ng husto itong So, please, itong natin itong ganito, itong, to follow it up, talaga.
Yes, sir.
We'll do that. Kasi it seems na dapat hindi nangyayari ito na ganun eh. Dapat pinupuntahan ninyo ng personally. Kung wala hindi maano sa contact, puntahan nyo na personally.
Okay, sir. Noted, sir.
So with that, siguro, we'll defer it until January 6. And you have to provide us the quotations from the company.
Okay, sir.
So with that, siguro, any motion to defer this one until January 6?
Motion to defer, Mr. Chair, as recommended.
Okay, tawagan.
Okay. Any second the motion, please?
Seconded, Mrs. Chair.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded for the extension of the submission of the quotation on the purchase of Kyocera toner TK 7219 for Tascalfa 3511I to January 6 is hereby approved. Okay, how about the Procurement Division? Are they available already?
Sir, they are not yet in the room, sir. However, sir, this project has previously been tackled by the BAC, sir. However, this was not yet posted. Previously, sir, the supplier for this one, sir, called our office and they manifested that they will resubmit their document. However, sir, we did not hear from them after that, sir. Thus, there was no submission for this project, sir.
Kaya nga, can we hear any word from the Procurement Division? How was it?
Sir, I think we have Miss Bell from the Procurement Division, sir.
Excuse me, come again please, Secretariat.
We have Miss Bell from the Procurement Division, sir, in the meeting room, sir. Miss Bell?
Nandiyan na sila?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead please. Any word from them? Yun, si Almabel. O Bel, nandiyan ka pala. Any word from you regarding this, Juan?
Sorry sir, kakapasok
Kyocera
na
toner.
namin. Ngayon lang po kasi pumasok yung notice. Sir, ano pong tanong, sir?
Regarding this 2.2 item, the supply and delivery of the 82 pieces of the Kyocera toner for the photocopying machine at CAAP Central Office.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it is a direct contracting procurement.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
However, there's no quotation that that reached this committee this afternoon. So any word from you, bakit walang quotation sila na nakarating dito?
Sir, ang pagkakaalam ko dati, nag-submit na yan sila ng quotation.
Saan sila nag-submit?
Previously, I think, na po yan dati, na ng TWG.
Anong ginawa ng TWG?
Nakipag-meeting na po sila dyan.
Okay, nakipag-meeting pero it submitted ba dito sa sa committee for proper deliberation?
We are not aware of the, sir, yung sa kung anong pinag-meetingan nila, sir, kasi hindi naman kami ini-invite as end user.
Pero just the same, even though you're not invited, that's part and parcel of your job to monitor and track down your procurement activities.
Yes, sir. It was monitored already, sir.
Monitor, then
Namamonitor
if
naman.
you're really monitoring, where are documents now? Yung quotation nila.
Yan po ay hindi po naibibigay pa sa amin ng BAC Secretariat, sir. Nasa BAC Secretariat po yung papers.
Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
sige, technical working group.
With regards to the previous submission of field copy for this item 2.2 that Ma'am Bell is mentioning, it's the previous procurement activities po na na ginawa noong previous BAC. For this submission po, inulit po natin yung proseso sa tamang paraan kasi nakaligtaan po yung posting ng notice of direct contracting from the previous procurement. So yung submission ngayon ay kailangan separate from the previous submission. Pwede po nilang gamitin yung i-withdraw nila yung previously submitted documents for the use of their submission now. Yun po, Ma'am Bell, yung Mr. Chair, yung hindi po nagawa ngayon ng field copy for this item 2.2, yung new submission based on the request for quotation dated December 16.
So in short, next time, Procurement Division, kindly coordinate properly with the technical working group. Mukhang umasa lang kayo dati na sinubmit nyo. Apparently, it's a different transaction. So you might as well need another quotation for this transaction. Hindi
Okay,
pwedeng
sir.
yung dati na. Kasi ibang transaction yun, iba na ulit ito eh. So that's part of your monitoring. Dapat ganun ha.
Okay, sir. No,
Sige, from your end, any recommendation or suggestion? Since it will not
Sir.
tackle here today, minus your quotation. So what will be your recommendation?
Sir, since hindi na po yan ma-deliver ng ngayong taon din, kasi may naman po tayo na yung budget po natin is kailangan ma-award at saka ma-deliver ngayong taon mismo yan. So, for next year na lang po yan. May pondo naman po din kami para sa next year yan.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Go ahead. Sa technical working group.
Our recommendation for this item po will be the same for the other previous items discussed, item 2.1 and 2.3 and 2.4, that the submission and opening be extended up to January 6, 2022 po, Mr. Chair.
Kwan, Procurement Division, any comment sa sinabi ni Technical Working Group?
Sir, babaguhin ko lang yung CBA niyan if it's okay po. Kasi 2021 pa ang CBA niyan eh.
Okay. Sige, then you recommend what will be that will become the official, you're the end user.
Yes, sir. So, okay naman po sa amin, sir, na for next year, then i-extend yung ang pag-submit ng quotation para mabigyan po yung si PhilCAAP ng time to prepare the quotation. And also, we will make revision po sa CBA para mapondohan siya for 2022 na po.
With that siguro, with that that means that you're foregoing with the procurement of these 82 pieces of Kyocera toner. Is that correct for the record?
Yes, sir. It's kasi, sir.
Okay. So with that siguro if you're foregoing these 82 pieces Kyocera toner that will be used by the central office, can you provide us an information that it will suffice ba yung mga supply natin for the next 1 month or 2 months on the supply of this toner? Hindi ba ma-hamper ang natin dito, ang operations natin because of non-availability of this toner? Can you provide us na information?
Kasi, sir, kung sa January din naman, sir, ganun din, sir, hindi naman sila makakapag-deliver ng ikan. So, it will, na lang, sir, for 2022 na siya kasi magagamit na siya for 2022 na, na consumes.
Sir, if I may, para po mabilis, no? Ma'am, tanong lang po ni Mr. Chair is kung we-withdraw niya ba o hindi itong current back binibid natin ngayon. Yes or no po?
Sir, ang recommendation po kasi ng TWG is next year po.
Hindi, iba yung recommendation ng TWG dahil ang kanila is itong quotation na gagamitin. But sinasabi niyo is kailangan niyo i-revise yung
CBA lang po, sir. Kasi
So with that, kailangan niyo i-withdraw.
Ang pagkakaalam ko po kasi, sir, next year na po yun ma-award, dapat tago na yung CBA.
If I may, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Juan Arnel.
It seems Ms. Bell there's an apprehension whether the procurement of the 82 pieces toner is no longer funded by next year. So he's gonna withdraw the items and revise it for funding for next year. So we may be assured that this procurement is still funded by 2021 because this purchase request is funded by 2022 rather, because this we are procuring the 2021 projects, Mr. Chair.
Ma'am, budgeted po 2022, di ba naman sila kanina?
Yes, sir. May annual budget naman po yan palagi.
Yan po, Sir Arnel.
Kaya nga I'll just go back to the my previous question here, Juan. Bell, no?
Yes, sir.
With the foregoing of the of this Kyocera toner 82 pieces, ano yung impact nito sa kuha natin pag hindi natin na-procure ito? Pag next year na natin siya ipo-procure. Sino bang gumagamit nitong mga toner na ito?
Sir, may nakalagay po dyan ng mga distribution. Ang ko lang po kasi, sir, is yung project po kasi.
Please answer my question muna.
Yes, sir.
Kasi how vital this itong mga toner na to. Kasi we want to make sure dito sa BAC na lahat ng natin dito na kinukuha natin, we should be delivered on time at magagamit ng mga opisina natin. Kasi kung titignan mo, this majority of this one is office requirement natin ito, pang communication natin. O whatever, kung natin sa mga plano diyan sa ADMS, mga pag-print ng mga ng mga detailed engineering design. So, kung wala tayong mga toner, it will affect yung natin, performance natin. Yung magiging effects at pagtatrabaho natin, magkaka-delay for some reason na wala tayong toner. Yun lang, ganun lang. Ngayon, ito na tayo, may pera naman tayo dito, i-extend lang naman natin yung i-extend lang naman natin yung so that will make shorten the process ng natin rather than getting it from the for next year's budget pa.
If it's okay lang naman po sa inyo, sir, na hindi napapalitan yung CBA, okay lang naman po sa amin, sir, na i-extend. Kasi ang concern ko lang naman po, sir.
Huwag ganun, Bel. Hindi sa amin manggagaling. It should be as end user sa'yo. Sinasabihan lang kita ng mga possibilities. How it will impact yung natin, performance natin dito. Huwag mo kaming hindi ka, kami dito, committee kami. Ikaw ang dito, binabaligtad mo kami.
Ay, hindi naman po, sir. Ang ko lang po.
Ibaligtad mo yung lamesa mo.
Hindi po, sir. Ang ko lang naman kasi, sir,
Kaya sinasabihan kita, then what will be your ito na yung mga natin, situation natin. Ngayon, you cannot assure from me pa naman na meron ka pang gagamitin na toner. O what will happen to natin? Matutulog muna tayo dito? Huwag muna tayo mag-print out ng mga natin dito? Mga publication natin, mga documents natin? Ganun ba ang gusto mo?
Hindi naman, sir. Kasi
kaya nga, citing all na sinabi ko, what will be your suggestion now? It should be coming from you.
Okay, sir. For the record, sir, continue na lang natin yung process natin, sir. Na-extend yung submission ng quotation.
Hindi ganun. You reward you rephrase your you rephrase your statement.
As the end user, sir, I recommend the extension of the submission of the quotation from the field copy.
Up to when?
January, sir. For the next BAC meeting, sir.
Okay. Any comment from the other members?
Move to adopt the recommendation, Mr. Chair, to extend the submission until January 6.
Seconded po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. It has been moved and seconded for the extension of the submission of the price quotation for this 82 pieces Kyocera toner for the photocopying machines at CAAP Central Office in the amount of 1,059,200. Is hereby approved.
Okay. Next item tayo, 2.5.
Sir, our next item, sir, is the purchase of pre-printed PVCR 80 cards, YMCK ribbons, etc., amounting to 954,000 pesos and a licensing department project, sir. This is for the recontracting. Sir, we received a quotation from Aperture Trading Corporation, sir.
Okay. We have here the from the FSIS. So,
Yes, sir. We have Engineer John Christian Cala,
okay,
sir.
sige. Any word from the FSIS, please? Sige, go ahead.
Sir, as of this moment, sir, parang ang supply na lang namin is will last until end of the January na lang, sir. So if possible, sanang matuloy siya within this year. It will be appreciable, sir.
Okay, until the end of January of the next year. So, have any quotation on this one? Sige, technical working group.
Mr. Chair, with regards to this item 2.5, Aperture Trading Corporation quotation for our purchase of pre-printed PCVCR 80 cards, YMCK ribbons, etc.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Thank you po. And inside the envelope submitted by Aperture Trading Corporation is a folder. We'll proceed with the inspection of completeness of required documents. Secretariat, can proceed with, can they provide the checklist po?
Checklist for the technical requirement submitted by Aperture Trading for the eligibility requirement, mayor's or business permit,
Mayor's or business permit issued by the Quezon City. Date of expiration is on December 31, 2021. Submitted.
omnibus sworn statement,
Omnibus sworn statement. Signed by May Rose N. Gonzalez, representative. Notarized, submitted.
latest income or business tax return,
Latest income tax return, stamp April 28, 2021, submitted.
computation of net financial contracting capacity,
Computation of net financial contracting capacity, the amount of 90,895,710 pesos, submitted.
valid certificate of sole distributorship,
Valid certificate of sole distributorship, submitted.
for the technical requirements, technical specification with compliance statement,
Technical specifications with compliance statement, submitted.
for the financial requirement, summary of bid proposal,
Summary of bid proposal or bill of quantities, submitted.
price schedule form,
Price schedule form, submitted.
original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form,
Submitted financial bid form by Aperture Trading, in the amount of 953,850 pesos, below the ABC. signed, submitted.
That's all for the checklist, sir.
We'll proceed with the recommendation of TWG, sir. Um, Considering the documents as required by the GPPB rules and the request for quotation are complete, the TWG recommends that the bid submitted by Aperture Trading Corporation be subjected to further evaluation.
Any comments from the members? Hearing none. Any motion to approve the quotation from the said company?
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Move to adopt the recommendation of the technical working group to subject the quotation of the supplier to further evaluation by the technical working group.
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded to adopt the recommendation from the technical working group for direct contracting on the purchase of the pre-printed PCVCR 80 cards, YMCK ribbons in the amount of 944,000 is hereby approved. Okay, FSIS, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Next item, please, the 2.6.
Item 2.6, sir, is the purchase of various laboratory supplies and blood chemistry and hematology wet reagents for the use of OPSAM laboratory amounting to 998,340 pesos. This is an OPSAM project, sir. We have one submission. We have submission for this one, sir.
Mr. Chair,
Yeah,
if
go
I may
ahead.
po, we're requesting for the TWG to proceed with the opening of the submitted quotation.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Checklist, please.
Checklist for the submission of BioCare Health Resources Incorporated for the eligibility requirements, mayor's or business permit.
Mayor's or business permit with the expiration date of December 31, 2021 submitted.
Omnibus sworn statement.
Omnibus sworn statement signed by Rogeline Carino and notarized, submitted.
Latest income or business tax return.
Latest income and business tax return, stamp received on April 15, 2021, submitted.
Computation of net financial contracting capacity.
Computation of NFCC in the amount of 242,211,486 419 and 17 cents submitted.
Valid certificate of sole distributorship.
Certification of sole distributorship or exclusive distributorship certificate for BioCare uh, Health Resources Inc. Submitted.
The technical requirements, technical specifications with compliance statement.
Technical specifications with compliance statements submitted.
For the financial requirement, summary of bid proposal.
Summary of bid proposal signed, submitted.
Price schedule form.
Price schedule form submitted.
Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form.
Original duly signed financial bid form in the amount of 998,340 pesos for the purchase of various laboratory supplies and blood chemistry and hematology with reagents for the use of some laboratory. Bid amount is below the ABC, within the ABC, and within the ABC submitted. For the recommendation of the TWG, considering the documents as required under the GBPB rules and the request for quotation are complete, the TWG recommends that the bid submitted by BioCare Health Resources Inc. be subjected to further evaluation.
Any comment from the members?
None, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, if I may make a motion, I move to adopt the recommendation of TWG, Mr. Chair, for the conduct of further evaluation on the submitted documents. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any second motion, please?
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded for further evaluation of the technical working group on the submitted quotation from the said company in the amount of 998,340 for the purchase of the various laboratory supplies and blood chemistry and hematology wet reagents for the use of the OPSAM laboratory is hereby approved. Okay, thank you very much. Next item is 2.7.
Sir, item 2.7 is the preventive maintenance service and calibration of laboratory equipments or machines amounting to 160,000. This is an of-sum project, sir. We also have a submitted bid proposal for this one, sir.
Okay, technical working group.
Mr. Chair, the BioCare Health Resources Inc. submitted their quotation along with the eligibility and technical requirements for this project. Requesting for us to proceed with the opening of their quotation, sir.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Thank you. Checklist, please.
Checklist for the preventive maintenance service and calibration of laboratory equipment machine submitted by BioCare Health Resources for the eligibility requirements, mayor's or business permit.
Mayor's or business permit, date of expiration, uh, uh, mayor's business permit issued by Quezon City with the expiration December 31, 2021 submitted.
Omnibus sworn statement.
Omnibus sworn statement signed by Rogelyn Carino and notarized submitted.
Latest income or business tax return.
Latest income tax return stamped April 15, 2021 submitted.
Computation of net financial contracting capacity.
Computation of net financial contracting capacity in the amount of 242,211,419 pesos and 17 cents submitted.
Valid certificate of sole distributorship.
Certification of sole or exclusive distributorship for BioCare Health Resources Inc. Submitted.
For the technical requirements, technical specifications with compliance statement.
Technical specifications with compliance statements submitted.
For the financial requirements, summary of bid proposal.
Summary of bid proposal submitted.
Price schedule form.
Price schedule form submitted.
Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form.
Financial bid form signed. With the bid proposal of 160,000 pesos submitted. Given that their bid proposal is within the ABC for this project, and considering the documents as required under GBPB rules and the request for quotation, the TWG the TWG recommends that the bid submitted by BioCare Health Resources Inc. be subjected to further evaluation.
Okay, thank you very much, Technical Working Group. Any further comments from the members of the committee?
Mr. Chair.
Yeah, Attorney Rob, go ahead, please.
Apo, no objection. Proceeding to the motion, Mr. Chair. I move to adopt the recommendation of TWG for the conduct of evaluation on the submitted bid documents, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, any second the motion, please?
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded for further evaluation of the Technical Working Group on the bid proposal for direct contracting of the preventive maintenance service and calibration of the laboratory equipment of equipment and machines of sum in the amount of 160,000 pesos is hereby approved. Thank you very much. Then we'll go next, the other matters. We have any secretariat?
No other matters from the Secretariat, sir. However, our next meeting, sir, will be on January 6, 2022 for the submission and opening of bids of the deferred projects for today, sir.
Okay, at 10 a.m.
Yes, sir, at 10 a.m.
O sige, if there are other na pwede pa nating ihabol siguro, idagdag doon, then we might do as well. Yung meron tayong naiwanan na isa, di ba? Yung saan ba yun? Sa ATS ba yun o sa ANS?
We will check, sir, and we will include that in our next meeting,
So
sir.
isama nyo na rin doon.
Sir, if the TWG will be able to evaluate the bid proposals opened today, sir, within the year or before 31, we will request we'll request the committee that will be having a meeting earlier than the January 6 for the award of these projects po. If we're able to finalize the report po or evaluation.
So you're proposing for the inclusion of the bids that were opened up here today and evaluate it properly before the year ends and to be included on January 6 deliberation for the award. Is that correct?
Our manifestation, the TWG, sir, is to have a meeting within before the year ends, if we are able to finalize our report po, so that the projects will be awarded for these suppliers earlier than January 6, sir, within the 2021.
Okay. Any comment from the members of the committee? Hearing none. Okay. Technical Working Group, you're advised to do your what did you suggest, that you have to fix everything before the year end and present it by January 6 to the committee for the subsequently for the award of the bid docs that were opened today. Okay, anything more?
None from the Secretariat, sir.
Okay, if none, just sort of reminder, to the Secretariat, please be reminded that whether or not they have some issues and concern about the project, it is a mandatory for all the end users should be present
for any deliberation. Kindly remind them that their presence virtually or physically, they're obliged to be here. That's part and parcel of their duty. So that kung meron tayong mga tanong ng some technical specifications or whatever, they can cite whatever, kung ano yung reason or purpose o ano nun, that tells about the underlying sa project na pinopropose nila for procurement. Okay? So, if you, any other concern or other matters, hearing none, any motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Saya. Any second motion?
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded for the adjournment of this meeting and to be continued on January 6, 2022. So, maraming salamat and advance Happy New Year to everyone. Ingat tayo, ingat.
Thank you, sir. Happy New Year din po.
Okay, Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.